Let's get into this. Whoa. There we go. So somebody asked, how can I overcome fear and grab on to more opportunities? Right? That was the question. Some shit like that. Here's the thing. Fear isn't something that fear is not your enemy. Fear is an indicator that something isn't familiar when you're pursuing your goals, right? Fear is not this thing that you're like, no, fuck fear. Like, fear doesn't exist, or fear is the devil, or fear is whatever, right? No. Fear is just an indication that you're stepping into something unknown, something that's challenging your comfort zone, if you will. And so instead of what do they say? What you resist persists, right? So instead of resisting the fear or trying to get rid of the fear, just identify it, see it, and move through it. The only way to move through fear is to be courageous. I mean, there is no such thing as being courageous without fear. There is no such thing as bravery without fear. You cannot be brave and fearless. You can't. And so a lot of people think, oh, like, you know, I want to pursue these opportunities, or I want to pursue this particular thing in life, or whatever that is. I want to chase this particular dream, but I'm afraid. It's like, yeah, okay. You're going to be afraid. Do it anyway. Do it. Do it scared. Do it afraid. Because here's what will happen. You will begin to do it. And then that fear will subside. And then you will start learning things about yourself. And then you'll be growing. And then another thing might happen, and then you'll be afraid, but then you'll remember that you moved through the last time you were afraid, and you got here. And you're like, well, I can move through this too. Like, I was afraid then, and I didn't die, and like I got here, right? And what happens is that you create a habit of courage. You create a habit of bravery. You create a habit of moving through your fear instead of trying to get rid of it before you even get started. That's where people fuck up, is that they think, I need to get rid of the fear in order to accomplish my goals. No. That's not even possible. That's not even realistic, right? If you're afraid to accomplish your goals, you must move in the direction of your goals with the fear. Because the fear is like that friend that has never been skydiving, and you're like, I've always wanted to go skydiving. And that friend is like, yeah, but you know you could die, right? I'm just saying, like, look at all these things that could possibly happen to you. Look at all this and da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, just come with me. Come with me. Not shut the fuck up, blah, blah, blah. No, like, they have reason. Come with me, right? And so they're like, no, I'm good. No, you're coming. You're coming because I love you, because you're a part of me, because you're my friend. And I'm going to show you that which you are afraid of isn't meant to be feared. And then they go. And then they realize, oh shit, this is actually kind of fun. And they stop yapping in your ear about what you should and shouldn't do anymore. It's like when I was a kid, I was terrified of roller coasters. When I was in middle school, and I had this girlfriend who, we would always go to Universal Studios in Orlando, which was like the coolest fucking, they have like the coolest theme parks there. There's a theme park called Islands of Adventure. And I used to be like, nah, you go on the roller coaster. I can't do it. And then finally, I go, and I fell in love. I'm like, I do not want to get off. I want to ride every single roller coaster there is. Right? And fear is kind of like that. If you feel afraid to do something, do it until you're not afraid. That's it. And what you will have acquired is that which you were afraid to acquire, and some bravery and some courage. And what's really important, self-confidence. A lot of people ask, how do I become more confident? How do I become more, what is the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Anyway, it's like confident, right? Self-assured, no, it's like, how do I build my self-esteem? By doing hard shit. That's how you do it. You start trusting yourself. You start, and not just building your self-esteem, but you start trusting yourself. The fear will never go away. It'll go away towards particular things, right? You're afraid to jump from A to B, and then you do it, and then you're no longer afraid to jump from A to B. Like, oh, what the fuck was I afraid of? Right? And then you got to go from B to C. And you're like, oh shit. But then you remember what you did from A to B, and you're like, oh, okay, I think I can do this. Easy peasy. You did it. Then you got to go from C to F. And you're like, damn. Okay, but I did that, so maybe I can do, and then you do it. And you're like, oh shit. Or you try it, you fuck up, and you stay on C. And you're like, okay, where did I go wrong? Okay, maybe I need to step back and go from C to D right now. Cool. What did you learn? And then you watch other people going from D to G, right? D to H. And you're like, okay, they're doing it. How are they doing? Okay. And then you try it, and then you fucking do it. And you're like, oh my God, like I used to just do like one little jump. Now I'm doing like 3 or 4. I used to be afraid to jump 3 steps ahead, 1 step ahead. And then I was afraid to jump 3 steps ahead. And then I did that 3 steps ahead. And this becomes your life. This becomes how you pursue things throughout your entire life. And so it's not about getting rid of fear. It is about moving through it with courage and bravery. And I will even also add curiosity. Be curious, because what most people do is like they begin to move through the fear, and then they start overthinking. Like, oh, what if? No. What if something good happens? How can I make the best of what my situation is right now? Right? So don't just move through it with bravery, courage, and curiosity, but move through it with maybe that's what I meant to say. Don't just move through it with bravery and courage. Move through it with bravery, courage, and curiosity. With also the understanding of how to reframe your thoughts. Right? And so what I'm trying to say is, when you start moving through it with those three things, right? Bravery, courage, curiosity, you stop trying to control the outcomes. And here's where people really fuck up. It's like, I'm being brave, I'm being courageous, I'm feeling a little better about myself. But then they start overthinking, they lose the curiosity, and they start trying to control. So you will sabotage everything. And I think I'm going to write about this in my newsletter. If you guys haven't signed up for my newsletter, it's free. I send it out every week. But hit the link in my bio, it's right there. But yeah, if you do not let go of control, you will sabotage yourself every single time. Because yes, you will send those emails, you will make those phone calls, you will do that thing that is in pursuit of your dream, that you're moving in the direction of your dream, and you're being brave and you're being courageous. But are you trying to control the outcome? Because if you are, you might as well go back to square one. Right? So here's what I would say. Be brave, be courageous, and be curious in your pursuit of your goals or your dreams or whatever that looks like that you might be afraid to pursue. Let me know how it goes. In understanding how the mind works in all of this, and how to identify your fears and your limiting beliefs or any reasons why you might be trying to control the outcome. You're brave, you're courageous, you take action, all this stuff, but you're always trying to control the outcome. You're always trying to overthink. It stems from some sort of limiting belief, right? And it's usually 99% of the time rooted in I'm not enough, right? And so I highly, highly encourage you to look into how to reshape your limiting beliefs, how to tap into the subconscious mind, because it literally drives 95% of your daily life. And if you don't know how to, identify and shift these things, you're gonna just be in this cycle of, yeah, I'm brave and courageous, but I keep sabotaging myself. Okay? If you need help with this, I have a 6-day, it's free. I have a 6-day email boot camp, right? I didn't know what else to call it, so I just called it that. But you get emails for 6 days. And it goes through all of this stuff. And then I have an actual coach yourself course. That's not free. But you coach yourself at your own pace. I talk about all of this shit in detail with practices and all that kind of stuff. So if you need help with that, you can get all that stuff. For those of you who can't quite afford to work with me one-on-one. So anyway, I digress. But that's what it is, man. That's how you move through the fear. Not trying to make it go away, but moving through it. Bravery, curiosity, and cottage cheese.